where do I get my protein intake from, Jason? Is it possible for me to build muscle, burn fat, get healthy on a plant-based diet if I don't know where I'm getting my protein in or how it even works on a plant-based diet? So we're gonna dive right in. Everything you need to know about protein. I'm gonna try to make this short, sweet, and simple, guys, but it's gonna be chock full of important key information, even though it might not be as long, but I'm gonna give you everything you need to know about the basics and fundamentals of plant-based proteins. Let's just jump right in. It's your boy, Jason Chris. You know I got you guys. Let's roll in. Again, if you're new to the family, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification. I'm gonna keep dropping videos for you guys and making sure you guys are on the right path. I also do amazing motivational videos to help take your mind to the next level. So make sure you guys subscribe. Welcome to the family. Let's jump. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is how plant-based protein is even made. How does it even happen? Now, anytime you eat meat, when you eat meat, you're eating it from a secondary source. Now, of course, when you're eating meat, everything is a lot more compounded in muscle tissue. So you are getting a little bit more bang for your dollar when you're eating meat. But the foundation of everything we need to look at as well as micronutrients and protein put together. And a lot of those micronutrients and protein we're gonna get from plant-based foods. Now, you're getting it from the original source because this is part of the nitrogen cycle. Now, what you see is atmospheric nitrogen comes down to the soil. When it goes to the soil, that creates ammonia. Now, within that soil, you have ammonia. That ammonia with special enzymes is transformed into nitrates. Now, nitrates are then soaked up to the roots of the plant, get inside the plants, and specialized cells in the plant called ribosomes convert that into the essential amino acids our body needs. Now, your body needs 9 essential amino acids, meaning we can't get that from our diet. So we have to find other sources to get that from. And like I just showed you guys, there's no problems with getting that in with plant-based foods, okay guys? So you're gonna get that 9 essential amino acids in with plant-based foods, but also, again, your body makes the other 11 non-essential amino acids from your own body. Your body can make this. Now, another key thing to remember is when you're stressed, when things are happening, you have other amino acids that your body usually makes, it won't be able to make anymore. So even though you need the 21 amino acids, meaning you need 9 essential, you need the 11 non-essential, your body won't make that if you're too stressed. You're gonna have a problem with making some of those amino acids. So this is why your mindset is so important. This is why I incorporate a lot of mindset stuff into what I'm doing. It's all about feel-good energy. You guys know about that feel-good energy and just throwing that at you guys. What I feel inside, I wanna share that with you guys and I wanna just bring that to the world. Now, number 2, what we wanna focus on is how much protein do you need? Now, again, remembering your body makes 11 non-essential amino acids. You need to get 9 essential amino acids. You put that together, you get a complete protein. Okay, now your body typically needs about 0.6 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, if somebody's 175 pounds, if we take 175, we multiply that by 0.6, that gives us 105 grams of protein that we would have to get from our diet, or 175 grams if you're going your body weight in pounds times 1, right? So that's how you can easily set how much protein your body needs. All right, guys, now let's talk about the essentials. Now, the essentials are where you're gonna get your protein from. What does this actually look like? Now, you have to remember all plant-based foods have protein. Anything from a banana, which has 1 gram of protein in it, 2 grams of protein per banana. You got things like oyster mushrooms. You have a cup of oyster mushrooms, it's gonna give you about 6 grams of protein. So now when we start framing things differently and we understand that everything we have has protein, this can allow us to get a little bit more creative. Now, if you look at something like beans, these are your essentials. These are things that are very easy, very low cost, but you put this together, you're gonna get a lot of protein. So we're thinking about beans. About a cup of beans is gonna give you about 16 grams of protein. You look at something like wild rice. You got a cup of wild rice is going to give you about 7 grams of protein. Now you have something like tofu. A cup of tofu. What the hell is tofu? A cup of tofu, if you cut that up, that's going to give you about 20 grams of protein. You look at something like lentils. 1 cup of lentils. Again, these are the essentials. Very easy to make. You can get these for very cost effective, and they're typically always on the grocery shelves. Now you look at lentils. You got about 17 to 18 grams of protein for a cup of lentils. Chickpeas. We got chickpeas. Now 15 grams of protein for about a cup of chickpeas. All these numbers I'm giving you, these are all for cooked portions of these foods, so you don't have to worry about it being raw. These are cooked portions. You look at something like edamame. Edamame has about 17 grams of protein for 1 cup of edamame, right? And again, lentils, we went through that already, 17 to 18 grams. Now, very important, these are very essential things that you can add to your meals. Now, what I want to talk about as well is combining these foods. Do you have to combine plant-based proteins? Now, the simple answer to that is you definitely don't have to combine plant-based proteins. Again, remembering all plant-based foods have all the proteins that your body needs. Now, one of the things I want to say is what you have is what's called a limiting amino acid. Remember when I told you that all plant-based foods, let's say, have the essential amino acid that your body needs. Now, the problem is with some of those plant-based foods, what you might actually find is that some of those plant-based foods might be a little bit lower in some amino acids than other amino acids, meaning that if you just eat more of that food, you'll just automatically get that amino acid. So it's not completely necessary for you to combine plant-based foods to make a complete protein, because plant-based foods are the catalyst for a complete protein. They make all the proteins that your body needs and that animals need. That's why some of the most strong, powerful animals are vegetarians, right? So very important for you guys to remember that. Now, when we look at combining protein, the reason why you might want to combine plant-based proteins is because you can impact what you're getting, more bang for your dollar if you wanted to do that, and it makes your meals more interesting. So let's say, for example, if 7 grams of protein for a cup of wild rice, then we have a cup of tofu, we're gonna add in 20 grams of protein. Right there, we've got 27 grams of protein. Now let's take something like rapini, for example. Now rapini is a vegetable, almost like broccoli, but if you have a cup of rapini, which is a dark leafy green, amazing micronutrients, antioxidants for your body, you have another 10 grams of protein for a cup of rapini. Very bitter, but it tastes amazing when you season it the right way, add a little bit of salt and pepper to that. It's going to taste fantastic. You know, your boys got you. Now, when you look at something like that, you've got about 20 for the tofu. We have 7 for the cup of wild rice. Now we have 10 for the rapini, right? I'm not a mathematician or nothing, but that's a lot of fucking protein that you got right there in one vegan meal. So we add that 20, we got 27. Then we're going to add the 10. We've got about 37 grams of protein right there. Now, if you wanted to go 2 cups of wild rice, now we're getting in and around the 40 plus. We're getting around the 40 plus range now for protein for one meal. So really important for you guys to understand that combining it can really help to make your meals more interesting, but also give you more protein for what it is that you're consuming. Last thing I want to talk about is just supplementing with protein powder. Protein powder is great because that's a protein that your body can use. Even though it might not be coming from an original source, it is processed being protein. You still want to focus on getting a lot from your main sources, but this is a powerful way for you guys to consume more protein, a very easy way to boost your protein for the day. Now, I love getting mass gainer. I talk about this a lot. You guys will hear me say this a lot because it's very easy for you to spike your calories with the mass gainer, but it also has a lot of protein in it too. So opting in for something like a protein powder that you can mix in the morning, you can literally just put it in with some water, shake it up and drink it down, or you can get fancy with it if you fancy like that, and you can go ahead and you can add some bananas, chia seeds, blueberries, mangoes. This is like a fucking dance move, yo. You guys got me going over here with this protein shit, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Very simple, very easy things you guys can add to your meals when it comes to protein. This is very basic, rudimentary stuff that you need to know when you get started with getting your protein in on a plant-based diet. I hope that's gonna help you guys out. It's your boy Jason Cristo. Take down some notes, guys. Get creative with what you guys do. All you need is a blueprint, then get creative from there. You're a fucking painter. Paint your canvas. Get this shit done. I don't know why I'm doing this dance move. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a TikTok trend. What do you guys think? I'll see you guys in the next episode. It's your boy, Jason Cristo. Love you guys.